All right, 3, 2, 1. We are recording. All right. Hey everyone, this is the Fantasy Cookout with your crew, Mr. Marquis right over here to my left, and Mr. Devon, Mr. Trade for Yourself. Always catch him every Wednesday at 7 o'clock Eastern. Just giving out that good old trade advice, man. Hey, this market, it keeps on going, no matter what, good or bad.
Don't pay for it, trade for it.
Oh, that's
Yes,
always
sir. Yes, sir. All day, every day.
Hey, it's getting really nice out there, Amazon dropping, shoot. Whew. They hit a hard one. Man, it's been a rough week for a lot of big companies. But anyway, that's a whole other podcast. Just check out my boy Trade for Yourself on YouTube, IG, TikTok, all the streaming platforms, and all social media platforms for all the good financial advice. So let's start it off with our usual segment one. Week 8 games of the week. And so we all watched, a few of the games this week, and we all have our little takes on what we think will happen with, teams' projections and everything else. So we're going to start off with Mr. Marquis Wright, the 49ers versus the Rams.
Hey, I think this is the 49ers coming out party.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they show the world what they're going to be from here on out. And that's without Deebo Samuels.
Really?
Yep. So McCaffrey only practiced for the team for a week, but looked like he's been there all season.
Okay.
Came in, he got a rushing touchdown, a passing touchdown, and a receiving touchdown.
Dang.
The trifecta. I mean, that's rarely done in football. Come on, this is our 1 week. 1 week.
Yeah.
And only one person on this team who benefited from was Mr. Devon over there. But
hey, man, he believed. He
believed as I did. But yeah, I think the 49ers, they coming out party. This is saying, hey, NFC, we're here. We're coming. I don't care about who all y'all like. We're going to be there at the end. And I think they're the dark horse to go all the way to make a deep run to Super Bowl.
Ooh, hot take.
Hot take, man.
Hot take.
I can only imagine when they get Deebo in, you ain't going to know where to go. You don't know who to stop. He been playing out his mind these last few weeks. You got Deebo. He can run the ball. He can catch the ball too, and he can play quarterback too.
Yeah, can he pass the ball? Okay,
so it depends on how you want to do it. Then McCaffrey, actually, obviously a jack of all trades.
He's like a utility knife, man.
Yes. 49ers here to stay. Rams are it's a wrap. I mean, they're done.
They're done.
So
they shouldn't even try to make any moves.
No. They on the Super Bowl hangover. They won a Super Bowl, so they're good.
Yeah, okay.
Ownership not tripping. They're good.
They made all their money. Yeah, they made all the good money.
So now they got to re up. But now Cooper Kupp got hurt today.
Ooh, I didn't know that.
He hurt his ankle today.
Ooh, hope it's not a high ankle.
So he got to get MRI today to see what it's going to be. So we might know in the morning.
Okay.
On his ankle. So yeah.
Doesn't sound good.
I like that. And we're going to talk about one of the players that's affected by this McCaffrey trade. And we think it's time for him to get cut ties,
Yeah, but I think we'll talk about it, but it's gonna be best for this person. But,
okay. Yeah. All right. So we got next Ravens versus the Bucks, man. That was a Thursday night. Whew, I don't even know what to call that, man. There's a lot of things that went on that I did not expect.
Yeah, man. I mean, just my thoughts from that game. I know that we've been giving Tom Brady and we've been giving the Buccaneers, a bad rap. But when I watched that game, I just can't say that the Buccaneers are awful. Like they're not awful. Okay. And they leave a lot to be desired, I would say, from a consistency standpoint in terms of, Tom Brady throwing the ball at times. Receiving depth, defense, I believe Shaq Barrett, I believe he's out for the season on the defensive side. Mm-hmm. So they're dealing with some issues there. But it was good to see Lamar Jackson get back on a good foot. He had a couple of pedestrian weeks, but he was over 20 points this week. That was good. The one thing is Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews had his second injury in the game, so he's probably going to be dealing with injuries for the rest of the season. he's a tough guy. He's known to play through injuries, but that's something that kind of worries me right now is his health for the remainder of the year.
Yeah,
true. But somebody rose up from the ashes of that hurt injury. Isaiah Likely, man, that was he had a game.
Yeah, Coastal Carolina, I believe.
Yeah, he had a game. I was like, okay, they got somebody to plug in real and be effective. So hey, if you don't have Isaiah Likely and he's still in the waiver wire, I would say probably pick him up.
Yeah, pick this man up
because they don't have any receiving options. Rashard Bateman got hurt again. He might as well call the season over. Gus Edwards got hurt.
Yeah, they do got Duvernay.
Yeah, but Duvernay, he ran it in 4 touchdowns that game. So but
this year, I mean,
Isaiah Likely is going to be a huge part of this offense.
Yeah,
he's going to be basically Mark Andrews, B. He's just going to be plugged in there doing the same thing Mark Andrews was doing. So if you need a tight end, hey, that's one to go after. And then another thing about that game is man, the Bucs, it's rough, man. And especially we're gonna talk about this later in another segment. But Tom Brady, he's had a rough week, man.
Yeah, I think the Bucs is missing something. It's something missing. I don't know what it is.
Well, Fournette didn't even have a good running game.
And honestly, I hate to say it, I think it might be Brady, man. Because he's not efficient as he normally would be.
Well, he's 45 years old. I mean,
I know, but still, even at 45, you don't miss too much wide open pass because at this point, it's just what he does now. He know what he has to do. He knows he has to put it pinpoint in this spot, put it in that spot, put it in that spot, and he just not. I ain't gonna say he don't have it anymore. I think he just a lot of stuff weighing on his mind, man. We'll get to that, but
like you said,
I don't think he's focused. That's what I believe it is.
And it's obvious reason why he's not focused.
And it's hard too. It's probably hard for him right now. So,
like you said, man. When I opened this up, I said that I can't just say that the Buccaneers are awful. The reason being is because it just seems like there's missing something. There's missing something. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I'm just missing something.
Yeah. Yep. All right. Then I had the last game of the week, Falcons and Panthers, just because it was an interesting storyline. Maybe the Panthers can make it on the top of their division. It's sucky right now. You got the Saints, the Panthers, the Falcons, and the Bucs. Mm-hmm. And any one of them really could make it out of this division, which is so sad.
Right.
But I actually watched this game. Man, it is very interesting. The Falcons should have lost, obviously. They had a couple opportunities. The defense actually they stood up in the fourth quarter. That defensive play where he picked it off of PJ Walker and ran it in for a touchdown. We thought that was the end of the game, but oh my goodness, DJ Moore has come alive, my people. It's just like when Christian McCaffrey got shipped off. This whole offense changed.
They didn't have a choice.
And it seems like they got better, without Christian McCaffrey because they're utilizing all of their weapons.
Yeah.
And so, you had Chuba Hubbard who was out with an injury, but Foreman, my gosh.
Oh, yeah, Foreman, he's a beast.
Yeah, I was watching some stats. It's one of the few college players that had 2,000-yard seasons. It was Foreman and Chuba Hubbard, and Foreman was right behind Christian McCaffrey. It was just ridiculous. I was like, oh, okay.
Don't they call Foreman Baby Henry? That's what they used to call him.
Today, man. He was looking good today. But DJ, look, the play of the game, 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. The Panthers are down. Falcons already hit the field goal. They're up 6. And I'm like, oh, this is gonna be game. Oh my God. PJ Walker threw a bomb. To DJ Moore, who was covered by 2 defenders in the end zone and caught that. But what killed the game is the kicker.
No, what killed the game is DJ Moore. That's what killed the game. When he snatched his helmet off, they got that 15-yard penalty that pushed that normally a 25-yard field goal to a 40-yard field goal.
And
that's what pushed it.
I don't care about that, man. Look, you a kicker. Your job.
I get it, but it makes a difference, man. Because if he would have been a regular field goal, I guarantee he would have made.
We're gonna get that too because he had a redemption in overtime. It was tied 34-34.
Yep.
He had redemption in overtime.
Mm-hmm.
The kick and field goal. Who went first? Was it the Falcons?
The Falcons had the ball first.
Yeah. So they didn't get a field goal because they didn't get a field goal range, and then the Panthers got over and they had a chance to win the game, and the kicker missed again.
Yep.
Wide left.
Yep.
And oh my goodness.
Yep.
I'm like, this dude finna lose his job. He's gonna have to find a way to get back to Charlotte. he getting cussed out from a dark cloud to a slow drizzle by everybody on the team, coach, DJ Moore, everybody.
And that field goal was shorter. He missed. So.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like he had a chance to redeem himself.
Like he could redeem himself, but at the end of the day, man, that's why you gotta make the plays on the field, man. You don't leave up to the kicker. Trust me, I know this. Yeah. You don't want to leave stuff to the kicker. So if DJ Moore took his helmet off and celebrated to get that 15-yard penalty,
it changed the whole dynamic.
Yeah, the end of it one. That's why they kept showing him on the sideline. He like this,
cussing out.
Down. Man, he trying to blame everybody else, but it's really on him.
But that was a miraculous catch, though. I get it. You're in the moment. You gotta contain it. But like to catch a ball like that with 36 seconds left, you had 12 seconds left on the clock too.
Yeah.
I mean, like to do a play like that is amazing.
He could have everything he did, but he shouldn't have took his helmet off.
Yeah, but hey, it is what it is. The Falcons, they got a guardian angel or something because Younghoe Koo kicked that 40-yarder plus,
yeah,
and
he clutched. So.
Yeah, I mean, like he closed it out. And hey, I had him in one of my fantasy leagues, and I was like, I hate to prey on a man's downfall, but thank you, Younghoe, for picking up after.
I always prey on people's downfalls, man.
Look, it's called life, man.
It's called life, hey man.
Wow.
Hey, all right, so
I get
now
it.
we're gonna do our usual segment, about our fantasy leagues and review. So, man, this is a bad day for me, at least. I really don't want to even talk about this because I'm hurt, but it is what it is. So let's look up and see what happened this week for all of us. Let's see. Oh, let me little technical difficulties, but we're gonna get this straight. And there we go. Boom, boom. All right. So we'll talk about my disgraceful team first. So what killed me this week with this team, hey, Tua had a game, man.
Tua's back, man.
Tua back. Waddle had 2 touchdowns, like real quick. He had 382, 3 passing touchdowns for 19 yards. Oh my goodness.
I love Tua.
Tua
time.
Hey, he has bounced back from that concussion, that serious injury that he had. And he's back in prime mode, man.
Yeah.
Him and Tariq Hill, Waddle, and him.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to run the show.
Roll Tide.
Yeah, they running the show. So, hey, I can't blame it on that. I mean, I had Jared Goff. He did pretty well considering,
Oh, yeah.
He had 321 and a passing touchdown. That's not bad. He had a few rushing yards. Christian Kirk is what killed me. That was a whole that overseas game. I mean, Denver finally won a game.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to bet on players that playing overseas, man.
Yeah, I mean, it just is what it is. I mean, maybe I should have betted on one, but yeah. Devin Singletary, he's playing right now. He's, we're gonna see what happens with him. Let's see. Yeah, he had solid players just get, at least double-digit fantasy points. So
they knew what they were supposed to do.
Yeah, Dallas defense did their thing.
Mm-hmm.
They did the thing. They're the number 1 defense in fantasy.
Took to the end, but they finally got double digits.
Now, this is the one that killed me right here. Guys, Khalil Herbert. I don't know who to start in Chicago. So it's like David Montgomery or Khalil Herbert. And now they're doing a tandem thing. So I'm just like, look, he's going to be a permanent flex for the rest of the season for me.
Well, the thing is, if you would have started, it probably wouldn't have made a difference. You should probably still be losing.
But but points though, overall points.
Yeah,
that can be tiebreakers. So like that's points left off the table.
Yeah, that's true.
The big surprise was Mr. Pickens over here. He got 0.
Yeah, big goose egg.
Pretty good.
Oh no, it was like that was a shocker though. Yeah. I mean, we all thought Elijah Moore was going to get some reps, get squeaky wheel game, but he didn't get anything. So I have a little, next segment we're going to talk about some, topics about the trade deadline is coming up this Tuesday.
Right.
And I think Elijah Moore could be one of those players that actually does get traded.
Could be.
And, teams that need wide receivers, the Giants, Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
And these are, you want players that's on their rookie deal so you don't have to pay a lot, but they have that talent.
Right.
And so I think Elijah Moore could really get traded.
We'll see.
We'll see. All right, let's keep on going though. That's all for another segment. This the margin of safety over here. It looks like he's about to get a dub today.
Yeah, man, that's what it's shaping up to be.
He had a little bounce back game after playing me last week. No shade, but
wow.
Hey, I like to say, man, what goes around comes around, right? That's what I like to say.
Hey, but he had what carried him this week, Mr. Christian McCaffrey, player of the week, man.
Oh, yeah.
We already talked about this. 34 passing yards, 1 passing touchdown, 94 rushing yards, 1 rushing touchdown, 8 receptions for 55 yards, and a receiving touchdown. Yeah. I mean, that's like the triple-double right there.
Yeah, hat trick.
But, yeah, I mean, he did it all. He is a 49er.
Oh, yeah.
Went through. And, that's a big explosion. And then you had Lamar Jackson, who actually showed up. He put a couple touchdowns on the board. Thanks to Mr. Likely, he got one of them. So it's like, 238, 2 touchdowns and 43 rushing yards, which you already expect from him. Right. That's pretty solid numbers.
Oh, yeah.
And Gesicki. I mean, that's another thing right there. You had Mike Gesicki. He showed up.
Mm-hmm.
And he got a receiving touchdown. So, hey, you just overwhelmed. Yeah.
Right.
And it's great. All right. So
yeah, man, that was a good one. Yeah. Well, like I said, man, it was a good week, man.
Hey, you left no points on the board, man. You had it solid. I mean, Mark Andrews wasn't looking too hot before, because he only got 5 points pretty much before he got hurt with a shoulder injury.
Right.
So yeah, me personally, man, I couldn't. Man, Mark Andrews is the #1 receiver for the Baltimore Ravens. Knowing that he was active, I couldn't.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you cannot start.
You start your dogs. You start the dogs, no matter what. If they say they're healthy, you like, hey, you gotta take the chance on them.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, now we're gonna get down to Brother Marquise. Acknowledge me, and he's gonna win. It's like you got a good chance of winning this week.
We'll see. I think he still got a player or two.
All right, so
he still got Allen. So we'll see.
Oh yeah, and he already doing Josh Allen things.
Yeah, Josh Allen do what he's supposed to do.
Yeah, he doing Josh Allen things. In first quarter, he already got 26 passing yards, a pass touchdown, and 20 yards rushing. Quarterback, running back.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, the hybrid Josh Allen. You got Geno. Geno got you. He got you solid number.
Oh yeah,
almost 20 points. The one that saved you was Dalvin Cook, man. Dalvin Cook actually, showed up. 111 rushing yards, a rushing touchdown, 5 receptions for 30 yards. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I mean, hey, that's a week right there, man. So I would say you didn't leave hardly any points on the board. I mean, Judy showed up.
Yeah, on the bench.
Yeah, I know. He showed up on the bench. I mean, but hey, it is what it is, man.
You say Brown.
Look, but it would be hard for me to start, Judy. I ain't gonna even lie to you.
Yeah.
The way he been showing up, it was just like this was the game for him.
He had a past 2 games been decent, but he had a better game today. He had the best money.
He was the #1 receiver today. Cortland Sutton didn't do anything.
Right.
Yeah, Cortland Sutton didn't do anything. So it is what it is.
Right.
But hey, I think your lineup was solid. I would have probably done the same thing. And you still have Hayden Hurst and Tyler Boyd, which we're gonna see how Joe Burrow is gonna, maneuver in this new offense without Jamar Chase for the next, 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So
I can't wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be oof. Tyler Boyd
man.
was the pickup. Man, I picked up Tyler Boyd in 2 leagues off the waiver wire.
Right.
Crazy.
And I don't need him to have a crazy game. I need him just a basic game. I just need him to show up. That's all I need him to do.
But he wide receiver 2 now. Higgins wide receiver 1. Hurst, his tight end stock is gonna rise because he's already been getting thrown to. Now with one less target to feed, that's gonna be split up, and then they're gonna go back to the old Joe Mixon style like they used to.
Yeah.
So Joe Mixon's gonna get a little bit more carries, probably a little bit more receiving opportunities.
Yep.
It's gonna be they're gonna keep on going. I think the best thing about them, they have options.
They do, yeah.
And they have not just and they were already all these options were already scoring before and doing well.
Right.
I think one less mouth to feed.
This gonna start the show.
Yeah, this is gonna be one less mouth to feed. That's just gonna spread that out.
Right.
So these other options, Boyd, Higgins, Hurst, and Mixon, are just gonna get more fantasy points than they already were getting.
Yep.
Yeah, it's gonna be
I'm here for it.
It's gonna be a show tomorrow, man. It's gonna be a show.
But I would love for Josh Allen though to kind of
slow his roll.
Just slow down a little bit. That's all.
Nah, that ain't gonna happen. It's Josh.
Josh, man. I've got the game here in the background, man. Josh Allen just threw a touchdown pass to Diggs.
Oh, thank goodness! Woo! In my other league, I need him to show out. I need an AJ Brown game for Diggs. AJ Brown looked like he was the only receiver from Philadelphia today.
Diggs gonna dig.
Yeah, but AJ, that game, Philly game, man. I was like, is AJ Brown the only receiver on the field? 3 touchdowns. I was like, this was before the half. I know we talked. I was just like, what? Who else on the field? Devontae Smith ain't playing.
Right.
Goddard ain't playing. Miles Sanders ain't getting no shine. It's like it's the AJ Brown show.
Right.
But hey, remember that thing you said about Jalen? What'd you say about Jalen earlier this season? When I was saying Jalen was gonna be MVP, Philly go to the Super Bowl. And you were saying I was smoking rocks.
Yeah, they still ain't going to Super Bowl. They still not going to Super Bowl.
7-0?
Still not going.
This dude.
And they're going to be one of them.
I can't believe, dude.
Vaughn, what'd you think?
Man, dude, I can't believe that this guy is so disrespectful to a former player of the University of Alabama. I just cannot believe this, man. I can't believe how disrespectful this dude is being.
I like Jalen.
To one of his former guys.
His
former guys.
I like Jalen, but
no, you don't. Stop lying.
He eventually gonna run up against a buzzsaw that he ain't gonna be able to get past.
Who in that division?
It's gonna be in the playoffs.
Oh, wait.
Ain't the division gonna be in the playoffs. He gonna run up on some NFC team, 49ers, and they're gonna blow him out.
Look, this is what I gotta say about that. Even if he has a bad game, they got a monster defense to carry them through. That defense is raw. That defense are monsters.
That's debatable.
What?
Man, the Eagles got some dogs, man. The Eagles got some dogs on.
I can't believe you said it.
He's got some dogs.
If you had a cup, I'll be like, "What's in your cup, my guy?" I would be over here like, "What's in your cup right now?" Like, what are you? It's like, do you just have that much hate for Hurts just because he went to Oklahoma?
No, I don't hate Hurts.
Just because he.
I don't hate Hurts.
What does it sound like to you, Vaughn? What does this sound like to you?
Hey, I mean, the proof is in the pudding, man. Like, look at his statistics. Look at how the team is performing. I mean, the team is performing.
And he got weapons.
Good.
He's got.
The team is performing.
He's got as many weapons as Joe Burrow's got. Pretty much.
Joe Burrow's better, but his weapons are better.
Yeah, his weapons are better, but he's got as many though.
And Joe Burrow's a better quarterback. That's not a debate.
I do agree that Burrow is a better quarterback, but that doesn't negate the team. Like if you look at the team, man, the team.
This is one of them seasons that you having a great season. It's like what the NFL does. You have a great season. You're gonna get to the playoffs. They're gonna lose. They're gonna be heartbroken. Oh wow, Eagles going all the way to next year. And next year they're gonna be just like these Rams.
Nah, man.
Struggle bus.
Nah, man. If anything, they'll be like the Bengals because they'll get hurt, or they'll be like Buffalo, and because Buffalo's been trying to get over the hump of Kansas City forever. They finally did it this season. They finally beat them.
Yeah, but they didn't beat it when it mattered.
Yeah,
they got to beat it when it matters. We get in the play.
Yeah, and that's the thing, man. And that's
But it's a mental thing. That's what I'm saying. Like in Burrow's head, he's like Pat Mahomes was the stumbling block that was just in his way.
Yeah,
because he had never won, and now he had finally got that win. He's like, oh, I can beat him.
Right.
Like that's a whole mental thing now. He's like, I can actually beat him. It's been proven. I got the weapons. I got the talent. I got the defense. It's time.
Well, KC's suspect anyway, but that's on to another topic. That's
we'll do that another topic.
Oh man! Oh my gosh!
Yeah, KC's suspect anyway.
Mm.
Y'all know that. Y'all know that. I know you can't trust that defense for KC.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah, the offense kind of shaky, man. Cause it went from Mahomes. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Look, but that's the thing though. That's how great Patrick Mahomes is. I mean, we can say the same. We can say the same thing about former Patriots teams. You know, without Brady, they wouldn't be anything.
Yeah, because Brady made these receivers. Nobody would know who Julian Edelman was.
I don't know, man. There was that 1 year, man, when Brady was hurt, and they had I forgot his name.
You talking about Jacoby Brissett?
No, I just
look.
You talking about
look. They had Matt Castle. Okay, they had
Matt Castle. Oh yeah, when they went on that run.
But they didn't even make the playoffs, man. They did not make the playoffs.
I'm sorry to you being disrespectful. That's what I'm saying. Stop.
You know what I'm saying?
Give Jalen Hurts his shine. Give him his glory of what he's done so far.
I did when he was at Bama.
Hey man, look. I believe the Eagles are going to play the Vikings this year. I believe. Okay, if the Eagles beat the Vikings, okay, the Eagles they've already beat the Cowboys.
Yep.
So we know they're the best team in their own division. Okay, we know that first off. If they beat the Vikings, then that means that they beat the best team in another division. Okay, they've got to play the Buccaneers. Okay, you know however you feel about the Falcons, however you want to feel. If they beat the Buccaneers, okay, we're checking off teams in other divisions that we're beating. We're beating these guys. You know, the only thing I will tell you is that you know San Francisco is that team that's going to give them a run. I do believe that. I do believe
they're going to beat them.
Nah,
but I'm not going to give San Francisco the title. I'm not doing that right now when those guys are like 4-3. I just can't do it. I can't do it, man.
Look, I'm going by the numbers. And right now, Jalen's got the numbers. His team's defense got the numbers. They're pretty much the second best defense in the league behind the Cowboys, in my opinion.
Yeah, they've got a strong defense. Buffalo has a strong defense. Yeah, I mean, they're right up there at the top.
Yeah, they're in the top. They're in the top 5. They're in the top 5. I would say number 3 to 2 if you want to debate. You know, really.
Like I said, man, guys, hey, man. Clip this up, man. I want you guys to remember this later on in the season.
I got the clip from when Marquis was talking when I was saying Jalen gonna be MVP.
No, he definitely not gonna be MVP. Stop it. He is not gonna be MVP.
Look, man. He's not. It's looking like Josh Allen is looking like MVP to me.
Yeah,
based off of what I've seen. You know, I'm just sensing a lot of disrespect. You know, that's all.
Exactly.
MVP might be Christian McCaffrey, man, if he keep playing like he's playing.
I mean, that's true too. He
a flashy award.
It's a flashy award. It is a flashy award. But we'll digress. We'll go on to our next segment. One of our favorite ones is, you know, named after our podcast. You know, who's invited to the cookout, and you know who's sitting on the curb. So who's got the fantasy cops right at the door, ready to take him out to the jail? So I'll let Vaughn go first. Vaughn, who's invited to the cookout?
I mean, the guy. I mean, there's no other guy that I can invite right now. Christian McCaffrey, man. You know, he has been he has been, a regular at the cookout. I've invited him before, earlier in the season. I'm inviting him again. He's a regular. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can come back. Like, dude, you can come on back, man. You can sit down. You can have yourself a good time. Christian McCaffrey, man.
Right, hey, Marky, he on the program.
Yeah, man.
We'll let you do the welcome.
I'm telling you, man. Christian McCaffrey is a good guest, man. He comes to the cookout. He brings liquor. He brings food. He doesn't wrap up 2 or 3 plates to take with him. He just eats while he's here, and then he goes. Like he's very, very hospitable when he comes to the cookout, man. That's what he does. So McCaffrey, man, like I said, man, he put up a game that nobody has put up since 2005. Right. That's what type of game he had today.
Oh man.
Okay, so
years.
That's what you got to look at, man.
He played amazing, man. He played amazing today.
Yeah, he is. Hey, if he can stay healthy, man, he deserves MVP. I'll say that. Look,
he's amazing, man.
He stay healthy, he deserves it.
Well, he will if you take this 4-3 team
until they don't lose another game until they play.
They'll lose another game, but if he can take them, if he can just be consistent,
the
way he played today, he's MVP. He don't have to do don't do 3 touchdowns, do a hat trick, but if he just keep them, they just exciting to watch. So
I ain't gonna even lie, I thought the 49ers were a little crazy to spend as much as they did on them in draft picks, but now I was wrong in my thinking. He could be. Look, it's just dependent on health, and we all know Christian McCaffrey's history. So I'm praying that he finishes out the season because it's spectacular.
Praying for his downfall?
No, I'm not praying for it. Look, even though I got burnt by him in the past, I won't even lie. I got burnt by him in the past. So I did pick him as my number 1 in the league, years ago. I will say this: I want him to succeed because it is fantastic football that's being played on the field with him. And the 49ers, that was looking like the key piece they were missing. Whoever's the GM office who decided to go after him, they made a very wise decision. And it's a little bit risky. It's always risky, when you want to win, right? Because it's so many different variables. But Christian McCaffrey, he's got everything they need. He was that last piece they needed.
What they have done is that Trey Lance was still quarterback?
I don't believe so.
I have no idea, man.
Because we don't even know how Trey Lance was going to be. Trey Lance was a running style quarterback, run first, pass second kind of quarterback. Yeah. And so we don't know what his potential could have been, how many, because he was just getting into it and then he gets hurt, he's out for the season. So that's just a question we can never answer.
Be out for good.
Yeah, that's yeah. If they win a Super Bowl, he might really be out for good.
Yeah, if they go Super Bowl, he might be.
Yeah, he might be done. All right, Marquis, your go. Who's invited to the cookout?
Hey man, Jimmy G.
Come on, Jimmy G. Mr. Garoppolo himself.
Hey, man, they didn't look. They didn't want you at first, man. They're hot.
They didn't want you.
Nah, they hot. They all on him, man.
But they're ready to get rid of his ass.
They all on him. So Jimmy G, come to the cookout, man. I know you've been disrespected, and it feels like at times that they treat like you weren't a first-rate quarterback. But hey, man, you invited my cookout, man. I need you to bring some plates and napkins, man. That's all I need you to bring, man. We'll take care of the food. Hey, you bring plates and napkins. That's all we need. Hey,
right now, light skin in for this cookout. That's what we seeing right now.
man. Oh my God, man. Oh my God, dude. Oh my God, man.
Right.
This dude right here.
All right.
Oh my gosh.
Who you calling the cops on, man? To get escorted out?
Well, Jeff Wilson. It's been a nice run, man.
You were at Jeff Wilson stand.
I know.
You were at Jeff Wilson stand a couple weeks ago.
I did, but I'm sorry, Jeff. But your spot's been revoked. Your spot's been took. They took your cookies. So, but I think it's gonna be good for him, though. It's gonna be good for him because this season was really kind of a trial of kind of bringing people to light of Jeff Wilson. Now we all know who Jeff Wilson is. We all know he's capable, and he's capable of being an RB1. Yep. There's a lot of teams out there who need a running back desperately.
That is true.
So if I was the 49ers, I'd be trying to recoup some picks back and use Jeff Wilson as the ultimate trade bait.
We gonna we got a trade session that's coming up, a segment that's coming up. So I'm gonna ask you who's gonna be the team that wants him as their running back.
Okay.
Save your answer. We're gonna get to that.
Yeah, we'll
get to that. All right. So I'll go last, Khalil Herbert, my guy. You are invited to the cookout. And now I didn't start you in two of the leagues I own you in because I didn't know what they're doing because it's Montgomery and him. Now we all know who's the better running back. It's Khalil Herbert. Mm-hmm. But they have this, commitment to Montgomery for some strange reason.
Financial.
Yeah. But the thing is like the better running back is Khalil Herbert, and we keep seeing him show up. He had another double-digit fantasy performance this year. I mean, this game is like he almost got 20 PPR points.
Right.
And I was like, wow. Projections say he's going to score with like 6, but projections are all this analysts just guessing. Right. And now I'm at the point where I'm a true believer in Khalil Herbert, even if Montgomery's playing. I'm going to put him in the flex no matter what.
Right.
Like, he's going to be one of my flex running backs no matter what the rest of the season until something happens otherwise. He gets hurt or whatever. Now, Khalil Herbert, everything I see about him, he's better. He's just all around better.
Yeah.
So,
honestly, I haven't watched a Bears game all season, so I need to really watch a game to kind of really chime in on what you're saying.
Trust me, man. He's way better than Montgomery. Yeah. He's the monster. He's like the equivalent of, you remember Dearness Johnson when he went off on that? No, Dearness Johnson went on that run, and you hadn't heard anything from Dearness because you got freaking what's his name? Kareem Hunt.
Yeah.
Taking up his spot. But Dearness is a caged beast right now. Right. If Chubb were to get hurt and Hunt were to get traded, in this before the trade deadline, Dearness, I would say, will be a pickup you want to stash.
Yeah.
Because as much as Chubb's been used, I think an injury is coming up just because of his usage.
Mm-hmm.
And Dearness could be oh, really? Yeah. Vaughn, you laughing at me?
Man, man, like it's just it's very interesting when we talk about fantasy football. We talk about these players and we talk about like projections and we're anticipating, an injury could be coming up. You know what I mean? Like
I'm just saying usage wise.
It's just
right. He's saying based off the past history.
Yeah. But I'm just saying that much usage. Yeah. You don't really have anybody in the Browns that pass it to. Amari Cooper, Njoku got hurt. I don't know if he played today, but I don't know. Yeah. So like if somebody can use that much, it's just bound to happen. It increases. Like your percentage and your probability of getting hurt increases the more you get used like that. Like if you're averaging that much, like 15 to 20, attempts a game.
Right.
I think one game he had like 30 attempts.
But like Chubbs has been taking the rock 30 times a game.
Yeah, like he's been chugging along.
He back in Georgia.
Yeah, but that's a lot of wear there.
Yeah, I know.
That's a lot of wear though, and it's a long season. You got 16 games.
Yeah.
So it's like
17 now because they added an extra game.
Well, I mean,
that's right. Yes, it is 17. Yeah.
Oh, does that include bye week?
Yeah.
No. Yeah. It's 17.
Okay,
games.
So 17 games. I was thinking like bye week was -1, but yeah, it's 17 games he's playing. Like, can he keep this up? Like, that's 17 games of taking average 30 attempts.
I know.
That is just
and he took him the long way too.
Yeah, he running through defensive ends, just running through the defensive line. And like, it's only so much you can take.
But I'm sure Chubb don't want to know other way.
Yeah, it is what it is. All right, so now who's uninvited? Who I'm saying get out? Mr. Brian Robinson. Don't say it.
Come on, man. Roll Tide, man.
Don't say it. I was waiting.
Hold on. Why he not invited?
Because he came back. We all thinking, just to him to come back from getting shot twice, in 5 weeks is crazy.
Yeah, he 50 Cent.
Yeah, he 50 Cent. Many men wish death upon him. Don't want to cry no more. Look to the sky no more. Have mercy on me. Have mercy on my soul. Well, okay, anyway, but like anyway, Antonio Gibson.
This dude is crazy, man. Oh my
Antonio
gosh.
Gibson went off. He had like 23 PPR fantasy points today, and Robinson barely had any. Gibson saw the threat, and he's answering the call right now.
I think they use him differently though.
Yeah, but
they use him the way I would use him because
Gibson's he's a wide receiver originally.
Yeah, I would use him as a change of pace.
Yeah.
It's going to be some games where Brian Robinson is probably going to be more predominantly featured because it's going to be that type of game that's going to require it. And then, when things get tough in the middle, if we throw Gibson there to kind of change it up. And I got Gibson in both my leagues. So
did you start him?
I started him, yeah.
Man, you are a brave soul.
Yeah, I started him over Damian Harris today.
Okay, that's not really much of a brave soul move.
Because Damian Harris, he is surefire. He number one starter on that team.
Is he?
Yeah.
Is he though?
Yeah.
I mean, what about
he might be trade bait. So,
but what about Ramondre Stevenson? What about him?
Yeah, but he's not number one, man. He probably is featured.
Is he not?
But he ain't number one back.
I know.
When he comes to that tunnel, I already know who gonna be back behind the quarterback. It's gonna be.
But Ramondre been showing his ass.
Only when Damian Harris is out or if he's hurt.
He looked like he's been out for since he got hurt.
Nah.
Yes, it does, man. Look, I'm sorry, bro. Look, this is what happened today with Gibson, though. 7 rushing attempts, 19 yards in rushing, but 7 receiving, 58 receiving yards, 1 rushing touchdown, and that's 1 for 41 yards high. 41 yards for the reception. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
I started him, man.
But Brian Robinson, he only had 8 rushing attempts for 20 yards.
It was that kind of game.
Gibson had 20 points higher than Brian Robinson.
This time make a big difference.
Man, look, I don't know what's going on in Washington. I got both Gibson and Robinson. Somebody dropped them, and I picked them up.
We gotta say it kind of changed too, man. With when the quarterback
Heineke's in, yeah, because
Heineke runs too, so that takes some temps away from Brian Robinson too. So
I can do
that. That's why McLaurin's doing so well right now.
Yeah, but hey, because ETN going off. But I don't think ETN can handle that workload. But we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Anyway, on to the next topic. These are just topics throughout the week that we found interesting. The biggest one of this week is the trade deadline. It's like everybody's speculating who's going to get traded. We've had some blockbuster trades. We had the McCaffrey trade. We also had the James Robinson trade. Yeah. We had the Kadarius Toney getting traded to Kansas City from the Giants, and he's a talent. Maybe they can unlock his potential. But now we got speculation. Trade deadline is Tuesday, ends at 4 p.m., and we're going to see what's going to happen. Monday is going to be crazy. I even took off work, so I can kind of keep up with all this now and see what's going on. I took it off for Halloween. Halloween's my favorite holiday.
You took off Monday or Tuesday?
I took off Monday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I took off Monday. I got to go work Tuesday, unfortunately. But
okay, yeah. I'm glad you said that, man. I'm like, man, you took off for the trade deadline?
Nah, I took off for just Halloween, man. Yeah, hey, look, it's my favorite holiday. Anyway. These are the trade dates that we were kind of discussing before the podcast started. Judy or Elijah Moore to the Giants in Green Bay. That's 2 of the people I'm thinking. Now, Judy, I don't think it's much anymore because he did so well, and the Giants not the Giants, but the Denver Broncos already said they're not trading him away. He's a key piece.
They want to rebuild. So.
Yeah, and a lot of these teams are going to try to trade rookie deals. Low contract deals, they can get, maybe you can get like a 3rd rounder, 4th, 5th rounder for, depending on how well they perform. But I think Elijah Moore could be a one that can get traded.
Possible. Yeah.
He's been complaining already that he's not getting, looked at. He's not getting the looks. He's not getting the targets. He's not, and Greg, is it Greg Wilson? What's his name?
Yeah, that's all, yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of outshined him right now. Yeah. And so he's frustrated, and I get it. Even though your team's winning, you still want to be a contributing part to it because you don't want to get out. Look behind like, oh, he wasn't even.
Right.
He didn't contribute to our win.
Right.
So,
which is why they might trade.
Yeah.
So
those are my two. Those are two players I'm thinking of. And we talked about Jeff Wilson. Now, where do you think Jeff Wilson could land if San Francisco decides to trade him away because he's not really going to be a key part anymore?
I mean, I believe the Jets should have been the obvious.
But they already just got James Robinson.
They got James Robinson, so he can't go there.
Yeah. Who needs a running back? And this is a question for both of y'all. Who needs a running back right now that could change? Badly? Yeah, that could change the course of their path and get them to the playoffs. Let's just put it that way.
That's a very interesting question.
It's not a 49.
I can't.
Yeah, who has the potential to do something? But they need a running back. That's the key piece. That's the real big question. If it was the Rams, I would say the Rams originally, but I don't think they're going to do it now because they just got a losing record. I think this season
they still might though. They still in it. They still can come back, but they don't have a running game to whatsoever.
Yeah, but we're gonna see what Kyron Williams does. One of my sleepers, Kyron Williams does when he gets back off IR.
Yeah, but I don't think they can wait for that. They need somebody to know a proven commodity now.
Yeah,
but they're in the same division though. That's the thing.
Yeah, it don't matter. They'll trade.
They won't trade them within the same division. They won't do that.
They would, but they prefer not to. Yeah,
it would have to be
for them to do something like that.
Exactly, it would have to be a no-brainer, and it would have to be a no-brainer for it to happen. But it's very rare.
Yeah,
I agree. So,
who else needs a running back? That can actually make noise. Maybe Arizona, but they wouldn't trade him Arizona either.
Nah, I don't think they'll. I mean, Eno is doing enough. James Conner, I think, is kind of going to take the backseat a little bit more. He'll still get the RB1, I think, but I think he's going to be overshadowed by Eno. Eno did all right today. He did all right. It wasn't great, but he did enough to say I'm still relevant on the team and I can still hold the rock when needed.
Yeah. He could go to Houston.
Houston, they dumpster fire. I think Houston's going to try to get.
But you get picks though.
Look, I think Houston's going to go for the lottery of trying to get your boy.
Who? Bryce Young.
Yeah, man, that's the lottery. That's the lottery right now.
Yeah, him. I see that Stroud.
Mm-hmm. What if Bryce Young? Yeah, what if Bryce Young went to Houston?
It's possible. I mean, it'll work. He work anywhere.
You know who else is on the trading block? Brandon Cooks.
They're trying, man. Houston is really trying. They are really trying to screw themselves over because Thursday night, you know what? The Thursday night they're going to be playing the Eagles and they're going to get destroyed. So
Look, hey, just Dameon Pierce. Just don't get him embarrassed. I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. Dameon Pierce is going to be, he's going to do his thing. But look, yeah. So Dameon Pierce is the future of Houston. Let's play the game of Houston. Dameon Pierce is the future. He is the key piece right now.
Mm-hmm.
They get your boy Bryce Young.
Mm-hmm.
And they would need.
I don't want Bryce Young to go there though, but he probably would. But I don't want to.
I mean, he's
going to go to a bad team. Let's just say
that.
He's going to go to a bad team.
Yeah,
Cleveland.
Well,
Cleveland they got Deshaun. They got Deshaun Watson. So they ain't go for him.
But he will be back in a few weeks.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson. He's the only waiver wire you need a quarterback right now. I mean,
and we'll play.
Yeah, he's gonna play. He's gonna get his reps in. Just get warmed back up.
Yeah.
Even though, yeah. But let's see. I'm trying to think.
Yeah, man. If I had to look at teams, if I had to look at contending teams or teams that are right on the edge of contention, I wouldn't categorize them as a team that needs a running back. It's I don't really see a team saying they need a running back.
All teams that need it in the same division.
Yeah,
like one team like.
Yeah, but
the Rams
traded to the Rams.
Yeah,
right.
As their division rival. And so
the one team that really needs a key piece that I believe that could possibly revive themselves. If the Packers could get a number one receiver, I think that would help them. If they
So
could get a
Brandon
number
Cook,
one receiver.
people been talking about possible trading places for Brandon Cooks, just like what I mentioned with Judy or Elijah Moore is the Giants and Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, I don't think any of them guys would make a difference in Green Bay though.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, they need. They need a number one. Like they need a number one guy. And I mean, look, Brandon Cooks is not someone that I would consider a number one guy in terms of who I'm looking for to like considerably move the needle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a three-guy bitch.
That's what I mean. You know what I mean when I say number one guy.
Right. Nah, I don't think so. Yeah. Who else on the list?
All right. I think those are the big two that we talked about.
Okay.
So let's move on to the next topic. One of the things we said, Tom Brady took a couple L's on and off the field this week. On the field, he lost to the Ravens. Off the field, he lost his wife.
Yeah.
It's a sad situation. I joke a lot, I'm not afraid of Tom Brady's downfall. It's a tough situation. Oh, come on, dude. I got a soul, man. Jeez. I got a soul, man. Look, this man been with this woman for 13 years. They got several kids together. I mean, it's going to be tough. It's like we don't know the inner workings of why it happened or what's going on, but, it is an effect. It's affecting him. Like you said, he's losing focus.
Yeah.
And it's hard to focus when your whole life is kind of falling apart.
Right.
He has all the money he can have in the world to need, but it's like Shaq kind of put it that way, when he got his divorce from his wife, he had his mansion, but he went home and it was quiet.
Yeah. And
he's like, he used to see his kids on the his basketball court or running around the house or his wife in the kitchen or doing something like that. Now he was just walking in an empty house. It's a soft feeling. It's like,
yeah. And it's funny. There was a report that came out early in the week that said that I guess his wife had said that they could work it out, but he had to quit football like now. Like, wait, that's the end of the season. He had to quit like today.
So it was football that caused the.
Yeah.
So man, for him to, I don't know why he would choose. I'm a normie, all right. I work a 9 to 5. I do, So to understand the amount of Tom Brady, who is the GOAT of QBs in the NFL, greatest of all time, someone who's won 7 rings, more than any franchise has itself. I mean, he had nothing to prove.
Yeah,
he should have just kept out with retirement. Why would you come back?
You just love the game, man. That's a soccer thing.
But would you love the game more than you love your wife and kids?
He proved it. He does.
That's
he does.
That's a whole. That's a whole different.
I mean,
yeah, no, we all have the same. We all have the same thing. It's like, bro, you got the money. Your wife makes more money than you, by the way. You got the money. You got the kids. You got every accolades. You go into the Hall of Fame, first round ballot.
Yeah.
It's done. It's like you had nothing else to prove.
But he literally risking it all. I mean, that's what he did.
And their team is trash. And their team is trash.
Yeah, I'm like Devon, man. Yeah, they're trash record wise. But like he said, there's a lot of pieces on that team, man.
Yeah, but it all matters is records. That's what gets you to the playoff.
I know, but man, it's dudes on that team, but they just. Like I said, I think when Brady and him was divorced, man, he's not clicking because he's the leader of that team too. So if he's down, he's not up, the whole team down.
Yeah.
So even off, I know he don't play defense, but defense feed off Tom Brady too, off his energy.
Yeah. I mean, look, man, when I look at this situation, man, the only thing, like. I think the best question to ask is now with everything that's been transpiring with Tom Brady's personal life, how much longer do you think he'll play? Will he retire at the end of
it? He had nothing holding him back now.
Yeah, I see some funny memes now.
Will he retire at the end of the season? Will he play until he's 50? Will he try to go to
He'll play until they kick him out.
I think it's gonna depend, man. I think when you get into off season and all this divorce stuff start to settle out, like kid wise and all that kind of stuff, that might kind of be the determining factor what's going to happen. Because if we get to the point where, hey, the judge said you better steal kids while you playing football, it might not work. He might retire.
I don't know.
But then you wait to see his family. He won't see his kids at all.
I don't know, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean,
his kids obviously didn't stop him from coming back.
Well, I mean, I get it, but at the same time, but it's like but if that's your only factor at the end of the day, when it's your kids who struggle, they really need you, and you ain't there, he'll retire for that.
Are you sure?
I think he would.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think he would.
Because he had a chance to stay retired, and his kids were there.
Well, the kids weren't the issue. His wife wasn't happy. It's a difference. His wife wasn't happy.
Yeah, his kids. I mean, his kids are used to dad playing football. You know, his kids came into this earth as Tom Brady, one of the best quarterbacks on this earth. You know, so like that's all they know. That's all they know. And so like when you look at Brady, I mean, you know, I remember Shannon Sharp talking about this briefly, and I remember a clip, and he was saying if you want to be the best, if you want to be the best ever at something, is going to require a lot of sacrifice. Meaning that if I'm going to be the best at this, that means I may suffer as I may be a bad brother, I may be a bad father, I may be a bad husband, wife, whatever it is, female or male, it doesn't matter the sex, you know, it's just if you want to be the best, something is going to sacrifice. But at the same time, going back to Chris's point, if Tom Brady didn't play another down, if he didn't play another down, he's the best quarterback ever. If he didn't play another down. So that's the only thing that I don't understand. Like, you're already the best. Like you are already the best. So I just don't know. I just don't know why that wasn't good enough. And that's why I ask, how much longer is he gonna play? Like, I mean, is he trying to play to the 50? I mean, I just don't know how long he's trying to play.
He's gonna have to get walked off the field, bro. I'm at this point. I think he's risked it all. He's gone down this path. They're gonna have to just not sign him.
He only in Tampa because of his wife. So let's not forget that. His wife's in Florida.
But let me ask you this.
Or ex-wife, you should say.
Ex-wife, yeah.
Is Tom Brady is Tom? So is this the last year of Tom Brady's deal?
I don't know. Probably it might be.
I don't think he only came back for 1 year. I think his contract was. Let me look it up. Give me a second.
So could this guy go to another team? Possibly.
I wouldn't trade him, but
I mean, if he's a free agent at the end of the season, he can go wherever he wants.
True.
So Brady signed a 2-year, $50 million deal with the Bucs in 2020.
Yeah, this it then. Hit the end.
Oh, this is the last year of his contract.
Yep.
I'm telling you, man. I thought last offseason when he retired, I thought that, you know, we will be done with the whole Tom Brady in the offseason. Guys, we've got another offseason where Tom Brady is going to be the topic of conversation in the offseason again.
Bucks gonna retire, man. I would.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I would. I definitely would.
All right, let's move on to the last topic. You know, is it time to pay Lamar Jackson? I think this is gonna be a short, sweet one.
They should have paid him in the preseason.
Yeah, I think we all in agreement with that one. They should have been paid them, man.
I don't know why they ain't paid him yet. So if I was him, I would stop playing till I got paid.
Ooh, what do you think, man?
Me personally, man.
Outside of fantasy, because you got.
I feel this is how I feel. Like, this is how I feel psychologically about sports. If I'm in a contract year, I'm the type of person to where, look, I understand that I need to get paid. I understand that I may not be paying what I need. But I just feel as if I just go out there and I do what I'm supposed to do, the money's gonna come.
Mm-hmm.
That's just my mindset. I don't believe in holding out. That's just not something I believe in. Basketball, football, baseball, it doesn't matter.
Right.
When you sign that contract, you know you do know what you're getting yourself into, and you made that choice. You know, it's not like Lamar is making zero. He's not making $0 a year to play this game. He's making millions of dollars to play this game. He has endorsements to play this game. He's going to get paid at the end of the day. At the end of the day, he's going to get paid. Now, it's just if you want to create that leverage and you want to create change and you want to create, you know, if you want to change the leverage in terms of like, okay, I'm holding out because I want to make a change, I've got no problem with that. I just don't believe in holding out just for the sake of, well, you know, I need to get paid, you know, a little bit more money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you should get what you're worth. It's just I'm this type of person, man. If I go out there and I do what I'm supposed to do, I'm going to get paid at the end of the day. You know, and I'm just I'm a bet on myself type of person. That's just
Normally,
how I feel.
I agree with you too, but when it comes to football, especially, I can't because in NFL it always stands for not for long, right? Because at the slightest you go down in quality of play, they ready to ship you off. So, or if he gets a bad injury, imagine he tore his ACL on next Sunday. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna want to pay him because they're like, well, you got his ACL, this injury, you got to rehab that. Oh, let's put him on the table. So we'll put you on a 5th-year option, and we'll just see what you do on the next season.
Yeah.
See how you heal. See, I wouldn't want to play. I don't want to play myself like that.
Yeah.
I think he's proven enough already through his contract that he's worthy of being paid. Now, I don't think he's going to ask you for a max deal. I mean, I'm sure he wants a max deal, but he's not asking for like one of those Russell Wilson deals. You know,
I would.
Yeah. I mean,
but he should.
Be.
He should because he's one of the top quarterbacks in the country. So it's like you can't draft one better than him, and you can't trade for one better than him.
Yeah.
So you need to go ahead and pay him. Like I don't understand because what that tells me as a player that I don't feel like you don't respect me enough to pay me when I've already shown you what I've done in the past.
Let's just put it this way.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins got a monster deal from the Vikings. And Kirk Cousins hadn't won an MVP. He barely got into the playoffs a couple times. I mean, come on. Like, you see what's out here. Baltimore organization, you see what's out here. Talent-wise. You know, contending quarterbacks that are at the level of Lamar Jackson, Pat Mahomes, who's won a Super Bowl and an MVP, Josh Allen.
All right.
And Lamar Jackson would be number 3 if he had receivers. Like, if he had one receiver.
Right.
He had somebody at the level of A.J. Brown.
Right.
Or Lamar Chase. Or, Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
If you had somebody like that on the team, this dude would have astronomical numbers every week.
Yeah. And it's the way he plays, man. So he put his body at risk every time he played, every time he touched the ball.
Yep.
Because he's not a drop back passer per se every down. He's looking to run too. So every time he tucked that ball in and run, he put his playing days on the line.
Yeah.
That's why I always feel like he should. But this would tell you that's why he should have an agent. Because if he had an agent, I believe this wouldn't be happening, and he probably been paid already. But he's representing himself.
Yeah.
So he's more looking out for himself, but he's not looking. But an agent's looking out for the best interest of him too. Yeah. Now I think he's missing that point.
Yeah. If he look, I mean, to Chris's point, Kirk Cousins, I don't know what his deal was. The only thing I know. The only thing that I know was that Kirk Cousins' deal was fully guaranteed, and the only reason why Kirk Cousins got that deal was because of his agent. He had a good agent, guys.
Yeah,
that's the only reason why he
makes
got
a difference, man.
That's it. It's not. I don't view Kirk Cousins as a top 5 quarterback in the National Football League. I think we should even question if he's a top 10 quarterback in the National Football League. In my opinion, we need to question that. So he didn't get the deal because he was the best quarterback in the league. He got the deal because he had a good agent.
Yeah, he didn't understand leverage.
Exactly. So that's it, And
so that's Lamar Jackson, man. I wouldn't, like I said, I wouldn't put my body on the line like that. The way he plays, man, and say I'm gonna stick it out to next year. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like this. If it comes to next year and I'm a free agent, I might just leave. Cause I feel like you didn't respect enough to pay me when I was giving you all up and putting everything on the line for you. So yeah. I know you can. And they made promises. Oh, we're gonna pay you. We're gonna pay you. We're gonna pay you. But we never come to an agreement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at that point, I'm like, well, guess what? The Seahawks, hey, they giving me 5 year, $400 million deal, fully guaranteed.
Yeah.
I was trying to give y'all a discount because I've been here. But now I'm going to be paid.
Dang, this is crazy, bro. I'm looking at this Kirk Cousins deal.
Yeah.
Just his latest deal, not the other deals before. His active deal. So 2022, he's gonna make $66 million. 31 at signing. And so that's it's a 2-year deal for 66.
Yeah, got $31 million signing bonus, basically.
Yeah, and it's all guaranteed.
Yep.
It's all guaranteed.
Man, Kirk, man.
Don't get me wrong. He's a startable quarterback, but he ain't Lamar Jackson.
Well, me and Taylor, we need to get in the backyard. Me, Taylor, and Cardi get in the backyard for the football.
Man, Kirk Cousins, and I hate to even say this because at the end of the day, in life, because at the end of the day in life, you don't get what you deserve. You get what you negotiate.
Yeah.
And so it's just crazy, man. This dude should not be making $66 million, man, playing quarterback in the National Football League, man. He's not that guy.
He's startable.
He's not that guy, man. He's not that dude, man. When has Kirk Cousins been to a conference championship game? Name the time. When has he been to a Super Bowl? Name the time.
I know he hasn't been to a Super Bowl.
I don't understand.
When has he won the MVP?
No.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how in the world is this guy making $66 million? I don't understand it.
Never, because that's why I say having an agent.
Right place, right time, though.
Because he go to these teams that need quarterbacks, and they look at the draft, there's nothing available, and he's best available.
And drafting quarterbacks has been kind of rough these last few years. So it's like Trey Lance was like one of the top quarterbacks that got drafted, and you see what's happening over in 49er land.
Yeah.
So it's like, look, his agent's like, look, you see what's happening over here with these quarterbacks that's getting drafted. Now, if you pay him, you know what you're getting, and he can give you more if he puts the weapons around him.
Right.
And that's what an agent does, because the agent's trying to get paid too.
What you think, Geno Smith finna do after the end of the season? He's finna re-up. If Geno Smith finish out this season the way he's been playing, Geno Smith about to get paid.
Hey, I'm about to say a blasphemous thing right now.
What's that?
What do you think Daniel Jones gonna do after this season? Daniel Jones, because the Giants are winning with them.
They're gonna pay him up. They're gonna re-up.
I mean, they're gonna pay him.
They're gonna re-up.
They're gonna pay him. But oh my gosh.
Yeah, and that's crazy, right? Daniel Jones, who was almost about to get walked out the door, is about to get paid.
Yeah, he's gonna get paid.
Off of Saquon Barkley's back. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah, he's gonna get paid. They lost in there. Right.
Yeah, but they still got a winning record. Like one of the first times in a long time they had a
him and Geno finna get paid, man.
Yeah.
Now Geno might not stay at Seahawks. That's possible.
Yeah, but
that's man. I'm gonna tell you, man. This quarterback carousel, man, in the offseason, it's going to be interesting to say the least, man. Because I'm telling you, man, there's some guys in college that can play. Those guys are those guys are in the SEC, I might add.
Mm-hmm.
Not the Pac-12, not the Big Ten.
Except one
of the SEC guys. Yes. CJ Stroud. We'll give CJ Stroud.
Yeah, he's the exception. I was saying he's the exception.
Other than,
but what about Tennessee?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
SEC guys.
But Hooker gonna be depending on who's around him though. That's the difference.
But teams can build around him. Like, look, think about Hooker at
but he ain't gonna go to a team. Hey. Well, you know what though? Actually, he might. It just it depends. Now, if Hendon Hooker gonna win the Heisman, then he will be top 3. He ain't gonna go ahead of Bryce Young or CJ Stroud, but he might get a chance to go to a better team than they do. They'll get paid more, but he might be like, let's say, a 9th, 10th round pick.
Think about the Panthers. What does the Panthers get Hooker? He already got DJ Moore, and we know what DJ Moore is.
Yeah, well, Panthers ain't gonna get him because they're gonna be like 3 of the bottom. They're gonna get CJ Stroud, Bryce Young between the Panthers and.
But Panthers, they keep losing.
Yeah,
but we'll see about that. All right, this is all season conversation. We're gonna have content going on. So hey, y'all like the conversation talk we got piece going on?
Yeah.
Keep watching us. Like, subscribe on YouTube and IG at the Fantasy Cookout. Now we're gonna go to our last segment real quick. Games of the week for week 9. You know, we got a lot of teams. I think we got 6 teams on bye.
Oh wow.
Yeah, let me look it up real quick. Week 9
game of the week.
Teams of the game of the week. I'm looking it up real quick.
This is going to be a very interesting week, man. You know, I'm going to see.
Oh, teams don't buy it this week.
I got my game.
It got Lions, Seahawks, Bucks, and the Washington football team. I think.
Washington, they play this week. They play next week.
They do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is 2021. My bad. Let me get the right year, guys.
Well, I'm going to tell you my team.
Go ahead.
I'm going Minnesota and Washington.
Ooh.
I thought it's going to be a fun matchup to watch. Because Washington, not that they're great. They're real scrappy right now.
Okay.
And it's just fun kind of watching them kind of put it together with Hinkie, which I love him as a quarterback. He has a great story too. But I love him as the quarterback of the Washington football team. I'm not calling the Commanders. The Washington football team.
Not respecting the name.
Yeah, I hate that.
It should have been like the Washington Generals, but it is what it is. All right, Vaughn. Who you got? Do you got a team, or you want me to go ahead?
Man, I do have a game that I am watching for this week, man. The reason why, man, is because it's personal. Okay, it's personal to myself. It's personal to the success of my team. Okay, this is very, very personal. The San Diego Superchargers. Well, I mean, the San Diego Superchargers. I'm going to call them that. The San Diego Superchargers versus the Atlanta Falcons. That's the game I'm watching. The reason why I'm watching that game is because Keenan Allen is coming back off the bye week. He's been hurt most of the year. Okay, he's coming back as that wide receiver. Mike Williams unfortunately got hurt, so now I'm feeling that one. Can Keenan Allen come back and be that guy that we thought he was going to be at the beginning of the season? Can he do that? I think it's possible. It's possible.
Oh, Marquis praying on the downfall.
Man, is there going to be some? Are the DBs for the Atlanta Falcons going to shut him down?
Don't slow him down. I think the week after next, he'll show out.
Because Herbert, it sucks for Herbert right now. He really has Eckler, who's his pass catching running back,
and that's all I care about.
And then you got Everett, right?
Yeah.
That's his one option, but he needs a wide receiver because Mike Williams is going to be out for at least 4 weeks.
Yeah,
what I think is it high ankle? Is it ankle sprain or is it looked like he had a torn ACL at one point. Yeah, they say he can be 4 weeks. I think he could probably like 5 to 6. In my opinion, but we'll see. I hope it's 4 and he can actually play because I got Mike Williams in 2 leagues.
Right.
And he's actually doing his thing. But I'm gonna wish good luck on Mr. Brother Vaughn and his Keenan Allen because he's been suffering with that in his bench for a while. And
man.
It's been hurting him for a while. So I can respect that. All right, I'm gonna go with my game, the Bills and the Jets.
Bills and Jets.
This is a division rivalry right here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't see it being close though.
But I want to see what happens, just out of interest sake, right? There's not a lot of good games going on next week, but out of interest sake, I want to see what happens with the Jets and the Bills.
Want to see what James Robinson do when he get out there?
I mean, he gonna get stopped. I'm not starting him, but I would not say start him running back. We just gonna see.
So is Josh Allen the ultimate fantasy quarterback now? Like he's
yes, man. Yes.
So if it was redoing the draft, you got the first pick. Would you pick Josh Allen first over a receiver or running back?
No.
I would not. I would
always
not pick Josh Allen. You know what I'm saying? Even though, but I'm gonna tell you, man.
I would maybe third round.
The way he's playing, man, dude, Josh Allen is a dog, man. That dude is not playing. But this is the thing, though. This is
he guaranteed 20 a week.
But this is the thing, and me looking, what I'm saying, we're going to have a lot to discuss at the end of the season, and I am proposing a new segment for us next week. I think it'll be an interesting segment for us.
Oh, save it.
But what I will say, guys, is that the reason why you can't draft a quarterback in the first round is because there's so many of them. There's so many of them, and if you expend so much on the quarterback position, and that quarterback, you know what I'm saying, God forbid, gets hurt, you're gonna be down bad for the remainder of the season. You're gonna be down bad. So that's kind of how I feel about it.
Yeah, and it's just a big risk because the quarterback play depends on their receivers.
Yeah, but he runs a lot too, so that helps him out.
But Lamar Jackson, you would have thought you would have drafted him early. He's about to,
Yeah, but Lamar Jackson don't have an arm like Josh Allen does, though.
I know it's
a big difference.
Doesn't.
And he don't have a Diggs.
Yeah.
So
you don't have the number one weapon. I said that's why I said earlier.
He doesn't have a Diggs. See, he doesn't have Diggs. He doesn't have Gabriel Davis. He doesn't have, Isaiah McKenzie. He's got so many options to throw the ball to.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's the thing that's killing Lamar. It's like put Lamar with a Diggs, or
and that's another problem about paying him too, though, because they pay him, his odds are probably even worse.
Yeah, because
they had a money.
It's like the Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, they had to get rid of Devontae Adams.
Look, man. The Ravens need to be drafting some receivers in the draft, man. What are they doing? Well, like, have they been drafted? Look, first round draft pick receiver. That's what you got. You got to get a receiver, man.
Yeah, I mean, defense is great. That's
the thing, though. That's the thing.
Offense.
Yeah,
you're drafting defensive guys. I'm not sitting up here saying the Ravens are a top 5 defense.
Right.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
Right.
So look,
you
man.
You got him in your league.
Look, the Ravens. Look, guys. Look, the Ravens, man. I actually like you guys as an organization. I really do. I really do like you guys as an organization. Draft a receiver in the first round. Stop playing.
Right.
We need a dog out there that can go crazy.
Yeah.
Right. They need to find their number one, or trade for 1-1. Yeah.
All right, guys. I'm gonna chop this up and we're gonna end it out. Hey, this is a very good episode, man. We got so many gems in here. I've dropped a few of my waiver wires, even though y'all laughed at me a little bit, but we're gonna see how that goes. You laughed at me before about Jalen Hurts, so I'm always gonna remember that. But everybody, if you love the podcast, share around with your friends that play fantasy. Like, subscribe on YouTube and IG. We're gonna get a TikTok started up. It's gonna be a big thing. So hey, everybody, I hope you had a good week in your fantasy, and if you didn't, keep on listening out because I drop gems throughout the week on the IG page in the reels. So hey, hope everybody takes care. Be blessed.
Peace.
See you guys.